Okay, this is unusual. I'm not sure why when I had like a Twitch link to send that it did not embed. But anyways, welcome everyone to yet another stream. We're doing doing some more Toontown Corporate Clash, the Nuzlocke run that I did last week. And we got further than I had expected. And if I recall, last time we were in the middle of we were in the middle of that one task where there was a building labeled "The building beside me is lying to you," and the other one that says "The building next to me is telling the truth." Oh wow, it just couldn't. The game just couldn't taking my time in order to set things up. I just gotta finish doing that. Wait, what happened here? How did I reach level 1 in a server that had like a particular bot that was doing something? Oh well, that confuses me. Let me just also do that. All right, now I think we can continue. So I also got to make sure to just do that. And then we can switch to the screen that actually has the gameplay. All right, there we are. So last time there was a very unusual fanfiction being read. And that had completely made me forget that there was a task that had been completed ever since. And that was fishing for bags of salt. And now that we've got that taken care of, we just head on down to Loopy Lane. Also, I was now able to get this time I had remembered to open the crowd control program, so even though this is not a game in and of itself that is compatible with crowd control, there are ways that the vision on screen can be sabotaged. So it possibly could get in the way of me trying to click the right thing. What was this one thing I didn't check yet? Oh, that's right. That's just the live announcements thing. Oh, a new catalog. I don't even know if that's going to matter that much. I have no idea how long this tune is going to last. But I could also stay optimistic. Do I want to take down this flunky? Yeah, why not? I'm gonna tell the boss about you. Because it's a level 1, I only have 2 options here. If I go with the strategy of... I tend to go with the strategy of the squirt flower, then the cupcake, because at some point when you're dealing with cogs that are level 1, sometimes if you go with the cupcake first, that'll do like more damage than, well, it usually does more damage than the squirt flower. But it also gets to a point where it's an instant KO against the level 1 cogs. And then there's this thing where if it's just that first, then I have to do two of the squirting flowers. But that gets me 2 more XP points. So I have to even that out with another cupcake in a different battle. Some weird organization thing. What was I looking for? Oh yeah. Blue glue. I prefer to make sure that's all balanced. Alright, so just gotta go with that strategy again. All those notifications. Okay. Anyone that is watching this on a Windows XP computer, don't worry, that wasn't anything in your computer disconnecting. I just happen to have Windows 11 sound effects set to Windows XP sound effects. In fact, I think I did that when I had Windows 10 as well. Because I didn't like how similar all the sounds of Windows 10 were, because a lot of the things were just the same chime, and I didn't like that. And restock on these just in case. No harm done with that. Why not? Let's take on the bloodsucker. I don't know why that notification was still there. Okay. Yeah, there's that error again. Well, not error. There's that thing where that pie does like an insta-kill to the level 2 cog. So I gotta start off with the glass of water. Okay. Just deny me of that, why don't you? Okay, we were able to dodge that though. Really? 2 in a row, huh? Okay, surely it wouldn't do this a third time. Okay. If it was going to be like 3 times in a row, that would have sucked. And we got one. And that's another for that task. But not for that one, strangely enough. I'm not sure why. But I guess we can take that opportunity to take on the short change. Never hurts to grind a little bit. It'd get us closer to the... Okay, it's happening again. Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. Well, at least it's not twice in a row this time. So now I can just do that. And we have that taken care of. Oh, wait, I can just skip this. There we go. Did that take care of it? No. What does that require? Anyway, just restock again. Okay, now here's one I can easily take on. If this one's gonna dodge that again... Okay, the dodging streak is over. So we just go with that. Okay, that already took care of that. Don't need to see the results screen for that. Please, did it count? Yes! We can return back. And then we can also just restock on some of the gags here. There we are. I nearly thought we were supposed to stop by at the Kaboomery, but I was thinking of a completely different task. So instead, we go here. I said we go here. There we go. Is there something I'm not seeing here? There we go. Alright, we took care of that. Okay, now we go to Blue Glue. You know, I could take on another one. Why not? Just go with the usual pattern again. It's weird. I remember, like, the original dodging thing for that attack being a completely different kind of thing, where instead of... Great. Or instead of, like, ducking, he would just, like, move to the side. Well, he or she would move to the side. I wonder if they had changed that with this version. Or if I'm just remembering that wrong. Oh, did that count? Yes, it counted towards that task. I was almost going to take on that bottom feeder, but I decided no. Alright, now we have this... I have this bottom feeder to take care of. Okay, then we go with this. What? Okay, fine. Just... I swear, sometimes there's the worst luck with the pies. Okay, it didn't dodge this time. Possible ban evader. Okay, what kind of username is that? You know what? I don't care. You're being moved to the block list. Because as far as I know, there isn't a mod here yet to get rid of that, and I don't know how to do that through OBS. I can add it to the block list and restream, but not... I can add it to the block list and restream, but with the Twitch chat widget in OBS, I'm not sure why there isn't a button where I can delete that. They really should make an update for that thing where you can actually get rid of... We can actually get rid of the message in chat through that widget instead of having to open another browser tab just to do so. Wait, is that the right way? Yeah, it is. It is the right way. Oh, before I do, I'll take on this bag holder. Just do that. Such an unusual attack that is only in Corporate Clash and not like any other version. And really? Really? You know, at least it's all balanced out with that. Okay, there we go. In just a few moments, you guys will find out why there's a bit of a snicker. But for now, we visit Sticky Lou. Wow, that's amazing! It seems so much easier than I thought it'd be. But I kind of ended up in a little bit more of a pickle since you were gone. I went straight to work trying to unstick this glue from me and unstick me from this glue. Turns out my hands aren't exactly the right tool for this, and I'm kind of stuck even more. If you can find maybe like a spatula or a stick or something, we can use that to unstick me and you can take all this glue for free. All of it, even the one that... Isn't like all the glue just stuck to the floor? How would I take that with me? So I guess this task is pretty simple. Just defeat quite a couple of cogs. Oh, there's one right now. Wait. I want to go for the executive one so I can get some bonus jelly beans from that. Alright, so we go here. I might want to see if... I might want to see if I can move this to a different channel, just in case. Because I don't think I've seen... There was someone that mentioned that they were going to be here... shortly, huh, Momo? Shortly? You know, Momo, I wasn't aware that the word shortly had a completely different meaning where you're from. That usually is what it means. You know, when it comes to a half hour, my brain works in dog years. That makes it sound like you were kidnapped. I was tricked into watching this movie. Oh, that's right, I was heading to the Kaboomery. How do you screw up turkey? How does one just let that happen? Oh, wrong building. Okay, there's the building I was meant to go to. I've mentioned this like several times before, but do you think there are families out there that'll have like roast rabbit for dinner on Easter? I could just see that now, the dad being like, I finally found that son of a gun. Let's put him on the barbecue. Great. I think it'd be more so. I think it'd be more so a moment of silence for the innocence of those children. Yeah, but for other children, they just be glad to finally have dinner. Great work. These are going to be the biggest boom yet. Okay, so first lesson. Fire is bad, I think. Just, like, stop it when you can. That'll help in those situations. Okay, lesson over. Next thing I need some metal casings for these firecrackers. Imagine the boom blasting through some of those. Quick, before I get bored. Imagine me when I'm bored. Yeah, see what I mean? Quick! I just realized that since it's currently just us two, I can easily drag this to the couch gaming channel. It's a particular, yeah. Let me just get there real quick. And it just occurred to me that I never opened the screen share. Don't act like you didn't deserve it, though. You know, interestingly, the animations for the cogs were pretty much just borrowed from the original Toontown, but they were given a slight reworking, I think, 2 years ago. They changed up the animations a little bit. Gave a little bit of a rework. Yeah, there's like some slight differences that can be that can be noticeable from some tunes. I mean, from like some of the animations in, like, for those that had played the original Toontown, is what I'm saying. Oh, we can get back to blue glue. Well, you missed out on the original. Rewritten in Corporate Clash are still a thing. Fantastic. Let me just pry it off here now. Youch! I got a lot of practicing to do before mime class, apparently. Well, it's all yours. Just tell them to... I was almost about to make a comment about how that could have been done earlier, but at least it's just gone. I'm at least glad about that. Just tell them to ignore any colorful hairs. It's decorative glue. Thanks for helping me out. You were saying? Oh, wait. If I hold the right mouse button, I can move the camera just like that. Oh, no way! I didn't even think about this. I can move like it's an FPS. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Toontown Corporate Clash FPS. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. There we go. We only get this point of view from now on. At least until we get to the trolley. Just up close to the flunky. Up close, but not personal. You can't get personal with a cog. They don't have enough feelings to do that. Any amount of laughter and whimsy, and they just do not like it. Almost equivalent to the Pixies from Fairly Odd Parents. They were all voiced by Ben Stein. Yeah, he was the voice of all the Pixies. The head Pixie and all the other Pixies. You never notice how they all spoke the same? Well, they do. Where was I going? Oh yeah, Punchline Place. Oh, the camera didn't change. Where was I going? Oh yeah, might as well take care of this first. Because I had just completed a task. This feels so weird. I'm so used to just like moving around like that. Oh wait, that wasn't the one I'm supposed to talk to. There we go. Well, you sure seemed to solve that quick. Oh. What are these hairs? Decorative glue? I'm no simpleton, Snappy. I'm very smart. Waka waka. I know mouse hairs when I see them. This just clearly won't cut it. We can't be unsanitary. Go back and get some fresh and preferably unused glue, please. I think that can be found... Oh. We gotta go back to blue glue in order to get that. If I remember correctly, yeah, Punchline Place. But first, I might as well get some more of the jelly beans from the trolley. Oh, I gotta act quick. This one is just way too simple. It's not until you get this minigame in a place like Donald's Dreamland, no, Drowsy Dreamland, that it becomes a lot more difficult, because a lot of the rings will start to do this figure 8 as they move around, making it a lot more difficult to go through them. You know, it's interesting that there was never a chance that the rings would be blue in this. But it would make sense why they're not blue. They could easily just blend in with the water. Oh, not even up to the full amount yet. Let's just restock on that, and... Okay, this should be a simple one. Oh, no, wait, that was too far. Wait. No, that didn't work. All right, there we go. Okay, so the Discord status is showing the right thing for the stream. I wasn't sure. Is it still going to be an FPS? Yes, it is. I need to stop hitting the tab button. It keeps taking me out of that. Yeah, I could probably stop by Phony Baloney to take care of that one task. That was, yeah, it was part of that one task where there was the argument between the person who runs, the building beside me is lying to you, and the one who runs the building beside me is telling the truth. I gotta make sure to take this cog on. Gotta make sure that doesn't fall over. You know, with the currency that toons have in this game, I'm wondering why it would even matter that a dollar was stolen. Momo. You went with the lurk, and you're here. I guess spend points to make points. And that actually got you some points? Oh, so it only gave you that after you had spent the points, or was there just a box that you had clicked at the right time? Right. This feels so sensitive. I want to see if I could crank this down a little. Is it in accessibility or gameplay? No, I guess there is no way to change that. But this will have to do anyways. Welcome to Phony Baloney. I'm Tony Maroney, and today's our first annual ceremony. We have treats like pepperoni, macaroni, and I'll even give my own testimony. Okay, playing cards on the table. Oh, that's phony. And there's, unfortunately, no baloney. But you get the gist of my shop. Fool your friends with the truth, or lack thereof. What's that? Oh my. You have a real conundrum on your hands, my friend. Do you know what my go-to is when I need to decide complex equations? Baloney! Yes, go fetch me some of the finest baloney from Flunkies and I'll help you figure this out. No problem. Flunkies love baloney, so it shouldn't be a problem finding some. Don't ask me how I know that. The sensitivity of this is really throwing me off. I'm gonna have to rely on my DPI button on the mouse. Oh, that is extremely sensitive. Now it's lacking in sensitivity. Okay, this should be a good balance. There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere. Well, we do have this thing where... Well, we do have this thing on the, on the Joyful Portal Station where there's, like, roles to differentiate, like, whether or not there's someone that I know that's will have access to a particular channel that we could drag them from. So they can always be notified if they're curious. I forgot there was a sprint button too. I just gotta stop and look both ways. Jaywalking! You can't prove anything! There is a whistle as a gag in this. It's one of the sound gags, I believe. And we'll head towards Loopy Lane. The whole couch? You know, that's fair. These controls make it feel like I'm playing a completely different game. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah. Oh, there's one. Oh, level 3. That'll have to wait. I could just imagine, like, charging towards that flunky and just, like, bonking my head up against his chest. And there we are. It feels so weird just having to switch the mouse sensitivity from that. It has to be slow on here for it to be normal in the game. Oh, another one. I excel at toon disposal. Isn't that just like putting? Isn't that just the dip treatment? Well, I was thinking of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Oh, oh, you were thinking of the Weasel Mafia, run by Judge Doom. Yeah, because I remember that mafia being nothing but weasels. Oh, you know, there's one thing that I remember from that from that movie that I can appreciate as an adult, or like one joke that I can appreciate from that movie as an adult. So Eddie would be having these rhymes going on, and just being all cartoony in spirit. And when it got to like this couple of lines, I was like, "I'm through with taking falls. I'm bouncing off the walls." And then like a fifth line is, "I'll kick you in the," and then he's interrupted by something that falls on his head, and Roger just shouts "nose," and the weasel like, "Nose? That don't rhyme with walls." And Eddie's like, "No, but this does," and then just kicks him in the crotch. All right. Well, all right. I suppose I could give you some of my patented fresh glue. But there's a bit of a problem, actually. Two problems. I may or may not be stuck once again. I was starting to my mining practice and got really into pretending that I'm inside an invisible box. It was great until I swooped my arm one last time and knocked all my glue jars right onto my feet again. I can't begin to explain to you the feeling of shame I'm experiencing right now. If you can get me a glass jar, I'll get to unsticking myself and give you some fresh glue from the back. Hey, look, I'm finally taller than someone. Anyway. So I guess I just gotta go fishing. But first, to stop by Vanishing Cream. Which I believe is all the way over here. Luckily, there is no sprint limit in this. Oh, what am I looking at here? Oh. Oh, yes. Let me just, I gotta make sure to do that. Seems that Justin has found his way in. I don't know if he knows how the rules thing works. Oh, but wait, I can just do this. And save that. So he should be able to see, like, where the channel is at. Alright, there we are. Where was I going? Oh yeah, Vanishing Cream. Let me just go here. Oh, I didn't mean to skip. Okay. I guess we leveled up then. And we got a new pose, I think. So we got that task taken care of. Now, are there any other side tasks that we can take care of? Oh, there's tumbles. Okay, back to the kaboomery. Sweet. Lesson 2. Explosions are awesome. No, wait. Bad again, I think. Just like cover your ears before they happen. Oh, also, shout so other people know to cover theirs before the explosion. Okay, great lesson. Last thing I need. I need some metal plating. For protection, you know? Gotta be safe when dealing with explosives. Alright. So just battle a couple of cogs. Oh, there's a fishing place over here that I can easily take care of that other task with. I can just imagine how much more difficult it would be if I had to fish in first person. So I'm glad it didn't make me do that. Okay, there we go. Got one glass jar. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. That worked, though. Okay, just move that a little bit. Okay, we got that. I doubt we're going to be able to get a bingo, but it still doesn't hurt to get plenty of fish before the timer for the bingo card runs out. Come on, please give me something that's not very interesting, unfortunately. Just a regular clownfish. Okay, sad clownfish. That's at least better than a regular clownfish. Okay, that gets us closer to the bingo. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to make it to the bingo. Oh, if I could get 2 peanut butter and jellyfish. No, please. Speedrun. Oh. I missed that. I can get the king crab, though. Alright, Droopy. Allow me to cash this in. You're welcome, my man. I gotta sneak my way past them. Okay, I do still have to go to Blue Glue. Nice. Yeah, I don't remember if you noticed before that I just completely skipped over the dialogue again, but I think Justin found his way into the portal station. Oh yeah, there's the message. All right, back to phony baloney we go. Oh. I'll let this guy cross the road first. Okay, now I can go. I don't think that was jaywalking this time. Are you the one who judges whether or not I jaywalk now? Where is I supposed to go? Oh yeah, wait, I gotta see tumbles first. Yes, that'd be the one. Librarian Larry. Yeah, man, how's it going, pal? Say, you're a tourist too, right? Wait, I gotta make him sound more like Leo the hippie from That 70s Show. Just move here? Then come enjoy the sights with me, man. Too busy with the toon resistance, huh? Well, that's no reason why you can't enjoy yourself. Just look around here, man. The heart of Toontown. It's so exciting. Just so hard to decide what to do first. Wait, I know. There's a library nearby. Could you see if they have any travel guides there? I'll just wait here, watching the beautiful butterflies. You have fun with that. I keep forgetting that's not the button. Oh, I think I know which one that is. That was like, that was a Smosh video, How to Be a Cop. Jaywalking! But there aren't even any cars here. Huh? Yep. Good old Sergeant A. Noose. Hello, how may I help you today? A travel guide? About that? We used to have lots of them, but they suddenly stopped getting returned. You're with the Resistance, right? Considering everything, it's possible some of them were taken by those book-loving Lawbot cogs. I don't know when we'll be getting more guides in stock, so that's your best bet. Good luck, Snappy. So I just gotta wait in Loopy Lane. There are like plenty of Lawbots there, I'm sure of. Oh, first I want to stop by Phony Baloney again. See if we can get that thing between those two resolved with the Phony Baloney. Shouldn't be too far away though. Wait, did I pass by a Lawbot? No, I don't think so. Well, let's take on this cold caller first. Just for the experience. See, I would have been worried if that name dropper was going to join the battle, but random cogs don't walk into other battles out of nowhere until you get to Barnacle Boatyard. It's because of Toontown Rewritten and the original Toontown that I keep wanting to call it Donald's Dock. That's what it was originally called. Donald's duck. Another goofy Pluto situation. I gave him a really goofy sounding voice, but because of the tinfoil hat, I kind of want to give him a different voice. All right. Now, fantastic. Finally, some non-phony baloney. Okay, so besides lunch being solved, we gotta move on to your problem. I'm gonna break it to you, kid. Now, I was being phony about the whole solving problems thing. But let me ask you something myself. Do you even take the time to think about it? It was clear as day who was truthful. One of them told you clearly to come to me to solve your problems. They must be truthful, correct? Whether or not I was actually able to solve your problem is besides the point. Head on back and talk to Pants on Fire. I'm sure they're being honest with you. Unless this is all a lie, of course. Good luck, Snappy. I think you can draw a conclusion of what that was supposed to be. I don't know. I never got that far. Okay, what am I looking at here? I completely forgot to... There we go. Oh, that's right. I gotta get to Pants on Fire from the building beside me is lying to you. If I remember, I think I gave... If I remember, I think I gave that guy a Larry voice and the other one a Curly voice, just because the other one was female, and that was the closest I could do to a woman voice. Because I know Nat would kill me if I even tried to do a Valley Girl voice. Oh, good luck. Good grief. Even better. Oh my goodness, I have no idea if I'm prepared. Oh, that's right. I gotta talk to the bear again. Ah, finally, some decent glue. I'll get this over to Nurse Nancy right away. This is gonna do wonders for the injured toons. You've done us a big solid, and I'm incredibly grateful. I can already see your trust growing higher and higher, and honestly, I see nothing short of a bright future for you. Go on over to good old Gil Giggles now and see what you can do for him. I guess... I was gonna say, I guess Brittany didn't get with Brad after all. Hey there, Snappy. Glad to finally meet you. I've been hearing reports from Toons all over about what a great job you've done. Especially from Franz Neckvein. We'd never seen him so pumped up lately. Even if we got a little confused on what he's veying. Don't make fun of his accent. So let's see if your hot streak continues, cause boy do I got a few tasks that'd be incredibly nice to have taken off my hooves. So we've been talking to Banker Bob about handling jelly beans and holding them for Toons, but turns out he's in a situation himself. Head on over to Banker Bob here in the bank in the playground and help him figure out. It'll be key helping our tasty economy stay afloat. On my way. It's because I was looking at my phone for a second. There we are. So now we go to... Well, I was gonna see what the other was... I was gonna see what the two were up to, but I kind of want to see Banker Bob now to get the beginning part of that task over with. I have no idea what kind of voice to give Banker Bob. What was that supposed to be? Was it supposed to be a wrestler? Yeah, let's go with... Oh yeah, are you here to help me out? I've been trying to stay in contact with the Toon Resistance as much as possible, as I'm experiencing quite an issue. Ever since the big switch to jelly beans as our currency, it's been a nightmare for us to keep track of things. My job is incredibly important, mind you. I'm not just here for storage, no. I keep track of a lot of stuff. I track inflation, influx, spending, and all kinds of numbers that make your eyes twirl around trying to keep track of. The fact of the matter here is, I need to get my adding machine back to add things up properly. Only if one of those money-grabbing penny pinchers hadn't taken my only one. That is, if you can find the penny pincher that took my adding machines, I'd be so entirely grateful to you. I feel lightheaded. That Macho Man voice took a lot out of me. almost forgot to give him the role as well. Oh, there we are. And manage. There we are. I think that should be made official. Wait, did that apply? Oh. Hang on, I gotta fix that. It didn't automatically. I have to... Okay, there. And then there. Save that. There we are. So now we just gotta look for the penny pinchers, but first, we head on over to Wacky Way. Because we're finally going to see if there can be something settled between the two that keep arguing. All right, here we go. Wait. Lawbot spotted. No, not that one. Not the level 3 one. Talking about this one right here. The Bloodsucker, level 2. Why does that sound familiar? Oh, were you trying to give the Bloodsucker that voice? I think it just sent me to like the same way that exact line was said had reminded me of this one imaginary friend that existed in Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, where like the older brother Terrence gets an imaginary friend and starts saying things like him, has like a similar personality as him. All right, now we go here. I told you, liar, liar is a liar. But when you think about it logically, it does make sense. I say they're a liar, then I say they tell the truth. Of course they go against the grain of what'd be expected. Liars are pathological, of course. This isn't some age-old riddle anyways. Go ahead and let them know we've figured them out. I found my piece. Probably gonna need the hydration for this in preparation. I don't know how much of my voice is left after doing Macho Man. Icky! Just in time! That tune is... You figured it out? Darn. Game over. Honestly, I just wanted to see how far I could take this. Imagine taking a practical joke so far that you ended up having two competing shops based solely on the foundation of a joke. I had to commit to it. There's no way to just give that up. Maybe this will lead to us combining our forces to keep our shop production booming. Wait. What even are shops for? Well, there's certainly more to think about. And some baloney to eat while doing it. Huh? Where the hell about baloney? Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. Either way, the situation here seems resolved. Thank you for your help, Snappy. I'd offer to put in a good word for you, but I'm not sure anyone else would accept it anymore. You know what? Take this name tag. It's zany or something. Believe it or not. Yeah. Thanks again. I guess I still had a little bit of it in me. So that task is taken care of. Now I can get like some of the kudos tasks taken care of. So basically the explanation for those is anytime one of those tasks is completed. Oh wait, I didn't go to the kudos board yet. So I should probably do that first and probably grind through lawbot battles. If there are any lawbots in here, which I don't think I see any. Oh, there's one. Oh, there was a double talker invasion? I didn't even notice. What? I know what. Yeah, the way that the invasions work in this game also work differently. Ooh, 2 new gags. So usually when there's an invasion that happens in Toontown and Toontown Rewritten, the whole area in that district, every single part in that district, it'll be nothing but that cog. Whereas in Corporate Clash, it'll only be certain areas that'll have those invasions. And the thing about districts is they're basically like the different sub-servers for the game. So like I'm in Hypno Heights right now. I could go to Anvil Acres if I wanted, where there's a pencil pusher invasion in certain parts of Toontown. But I don't know which areas, because all I have is just access to Toontown Central. Okay, now to go to the kudos board to demonstrate what I was talking about. So it's kind of like a side quest, a side task kind of thing for the side tasks. So like I could go with earn 58 gag experience. There's the usual side tasks here, which that can get you things like teleportation, different outfits, different name tags, a lot of cosmetic stuff, and teleportation. And then the kudos tasks, when those go up by a level, there's like different rewards. Like the first one is usually like 2 times gag experience. And after that, I think there's like a discount on gags in the shop. I don't remember what else, but like after a certain cog boss here is defeated, then usually there's access to more rewards. Oh, what I should do is go here real quick. Get some extra jelly beans. And the double XP for gags can certainly be useful for what I'm trying to grind. Alright, let's see what we'll be getting. Yeah, I don't like this minigame. Wait, I could have just easily done something about that. I could have just actually sucked it up and played that minigame. Alright, save the new preset. Okay, this might be a tricky one. I mean, I hope it's not. This would just involve collecting all the cupcakes and birthday cakes. But the thing that makes that difficult is you have no idea which direction the cogs are going to turn. There's some slow ones, there's some fast ones, there are some normal paced ones. And they're usually a different cog every time. So like this one is surrounded by mover and shakers. Which we don't run into those until a later area in Toontown, because those are meant to be like level 5 minimum cogs. I'm trying to launch myself to the side of the map that has like most of the cupcakes. Oh great, that one's blocking the way. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get them all. Are you kidding me? There was no way to dodge that. Well, at least some full-on jelly beans. Now to search for the law bots. Wow, I think because I was in this channel, the event for the stream in another server had just like ended itself. Like, well, he's not here. Must be done. Well, we did start. It just caught you by surprise. If only I knew what the melody sounded like, this would be easier for me to identify. Let's see. Oh my goodness, it's fireflies. I haven't heard that in ages. I think there had been like an anniversary of that song talked about on Twitter as well. That was like a couple days ago. Because I don't think I managed to see that on the For You page today. Because like today was mostly the usual mixture of VTuber stuff, Michael Jackson stuff, Tato stuff. And today there was also acknowledgement of apparently it was like the first I had learned about there being like Asexual Awareness Day. So that was interesting to find out. You know what I had seen, like, also trending on the For You page of mine? There have been so many, like, meme and sound font edits of Sneakers O'Toole. The humans are taking back Sneakers O'Toole. We're winning against AI again. Dude, OpenAI is suffering. Sora is shutting down. We're taking back Sneakers O'Toole. The bubble is really starting to pop. Starting to. It's not completely done. But it's starting to. And there's also more appreciation for like people putting in the time and effort to make all these sound font edits of Sneakers O'Toole. I'm debating at some point just making like a whole Twitter thread of Sneakers O'Toole puns or like lyric parodies, or if I should just like save that for some kind of short collection. Because they also have like the first parody idea that comes to my mind is I'm not putting my headphones on, I am Speakers O'Toole. It works, doesn't it? Like just picture him in a Discord call, and you could hear like the call audio playing through his speakers as he hears like, "Hey, put your headphones on." No. Put them on, I said. No. Ah, let him go. We'll never get him. Not with this Turtle Beach. Not sponsored. I don't care for Turtle Beach, honestly. This is pretty much like my first headset, but even if it was my first headset, I'll be honest, it wasn't the best. I mean, I had first heard of, there'd be like some songs I'd first hear from family members seeing them, but, I remember hearing like family members sing a certain song first before hearing the artists themselves sing it, but that doesn't mean I think they're better than the artist when it comes to singing. Ah, no one's here yet. Interesting. I definitely thought it would have been packed. I guess it started to become a busy week after spring break had ended for me and a few others. So that could also be the case, Sneeve. By the way, welcome. It was it. Yeah, there was like a call going on, but that got moved to a channel in the community server of mine. I can't even see the text of this. Arthur who? Arthur got. Is Arthur even a name? I know Arthur is. Hello, I'd like to speak to Arthur. Last name, any more donuts? Don't look at me! Do you have even the slightest idea of how little it narrows it down, Momo? Yeah, there were a lot of times. And after that, Bart is like, "My name is Jimbo Jones and I live here." And Mo was like, "Ah, you just made a big mistake. Ah, yes, rusty and dull." As he threatens Jimbo after Jimbo was like crying, he's like, "Ah, come on, I wasn't gonna kill you. I was just gonna cut you." All right, who's Jimbo Jones? What was that? No, you're thinking of a guy whose first name was Hugh. His last name was spelled Jass. I'm gonna let that sink in. You gonna sound that out? The last name was spelled Jass. First name Hugh. And Mo even says to check the men's room for Hugh. Today be a little boring for me. Nathan is at work and Cyrus is going through things, so I'm just bored by a 9-game losing streak of Overwatch. Yeah, that makes sense. I'd be taking a break from the game like that if there kept being a whole losing streak going on. That can certainly get tedious afterwards. I can't speak for like a lot of the others, but I know that spring break for me had just spring break was last week for me, and that had just ended. So I don't know if many others are just as busy because of that. Though I cannot wait until like summer break, even though I'm not looking forward to the temperatures. That's going to be filled with interesting things. If I'm lucky, being able to go to another state and I would also be, and I think like a month or two later, I would be going to Offkai. Oh boy. What are some things that you shouldn't say when receiving a gift? Pass it around? I feel like that works. My mind was almost... Sorry, go ahead. Oh yeah, that would be bad. There was part of my mind that immediately wanted to go with "You're next" again. Ever since like there was the question from that website that was what are some things you shouldn't say at a funeral, and my answer was "You're next." And I think that originated from when I had seen this image that was, or seen this post that was talking about how as a kid, this person was told by an older woman at their wedding, "You're next," and then the two of them were at a funeral years later, and that person had said to the old person, "You're next." Oh wait, I was supposed to play a trolley game. I wasn't supposed to skip that one. Right. Snake King to escape to Africa. Metal King Solid 2, Sauce of Liberty. See, it works. Metal King Solid 3, Snack Eater. Metal King Solid 4, Guts of the Patriots. Metal King Solid 5, The Phantom Payment. Wow, you're so nice, man. This should last me a while. Let me just put this in. There we go. Ready to get your picture taken, man? Strike a pose. It'll take a moment to develop, but here's your photo. Anyways, I'll be heading out to check out the other parts of town, man. If you see me around, don't hesitate to say hello. Didn't I always say like Phantom Payment? Well, I was going with the whole Metal Gear theme going on. What would a Star Wars version of Sneak King be? Sneak Wars? That sounds like the dumbest title. Yeah, it was never episode 0. I don't know, I'm only aware of the king. Barely. I mean, a lot of that is a lot of the other characters. If they were mentioned during the the Sneak King stream, I guess like part of me is still like trauma blocking a lot of it. But what I do remember is Josh being the smoker Kermit. Just the yay followed by the aggressive coughing from a sickness. Wait, how'd it get copyrighted? What song was it? Was it from a video game or something? Huh. Well, I know they are like, I know offhand that Final Fantasy VII songs don't work. We really did. Ooh, penny pincher. Oh yeah, Steve, if you're still there, the community server of mine should be pretty much open. I already took care of that penny pincher. There are a lot of telemarketers on the street. Okay, I can easily go back to the bank. Or I could take on another cog. I'll take my chance with the telemarketer. Alright, we go here. So anytime that I see the word mumbo jumbo, I think of I just think of this Swagger Souls video that I saw that had Schlatt in it, and it was like based off of it all started from Schlatt mentioning the word bunger. There was a moment where Swagger had said cowabunga, and everyone was like, "Whoa, that sounded almost offensive." It's like, you can't say cowabunga, bro. You gotta say cowabunga. It's like, what's with all this cowabunga mumbo jumbo? Oh yeah, him. It can also make one think of Bart Simpson. Which one? Bart Simpson versus the world, or Bart Simpson versus the space mutants? Oh boy, here comes the Macho Man voice again.
Oh yeah, this sure looks like the right adding machine. Casio Model 70ON. Just a thing. One minor problem, however. It's broken! Whichever penny pincher you got this back from really did a lot of pitching. The buttons are all smashed in, and there are a few loose springs, let alone what else that may be wrong with it. But that's alright, as I know just a toon will be able to fix it. She's quite possibly the most intellectual toon in all of Toontown Central, and that's saying a lot coming from the likes of me. Go and see P.I. Multiply. She runs her shop, pies are squared and down on Wacky Way. Find her, present her with this, and I'm sure she'll have it fixed in no time.
Finally, it's over. I need the other water bottle. I've known of that game's existence because of the Simpsons game. And I don't know if there is, I don't know like how stable it'd be, but I'd want to see if it would be possible to get a 2-player playthrough of the Simpsons game working locally with another person. I mean, there was a time that I've tried playing some of the Metal Slug games locally with Justin. Though the first time it was, I think when we tried the Metal Slug collection, it didn't really, it had disconnected a few times. I guess something had to be patched there with that PS2.
Oh yeah, brother, your PS2 is extremely broken. Snap into an Xbox! Snap into an Xbox, a superior console. Oh yeah.
And before, there's like some paid work that I have to do where I have to say that with the Macho Man voice, and almost like it's a budget cameo.
You're playing the wrong console.
Right now I'm playing my custom Minecraft mod pack. It's a horde zombie apocalypse with abandoned cities spawning. Ooh. With super duper vanilla shaders, aka the game looks very good and runs very well. Nice. Which is the building? Oh, here it is. I better not develop the... I better not end up developing just another vocal face freeze of the Macho Man voice, because I don't know how much of my throat can take it. Solid Snake, I can manage for a while. But I shouldn't be doing that for too long, otherwise the vocal face freeze happens again, where I'm just stuck doing that voice. It's a fun voice to do, though. Why, hello there! Are you in need of any assistance? Oh no, your adding machine. Don't you worry, I'll get this machine fixed and working better than it did before it was broken.
I just need a few parts. If you can gather up springs, a gear, and a paperclip, I could surely fix this thing in no time. In fact, I think you can get those things really easily from the cogs. Just knock a few around with your pies, and I bet you'll find all the parts in no time. I'm always here, so there's no need to rush. Good luck.
Task received. And gonna need hydration for that. So I just gotta defeat 3 cogs. Oh good, I still got the guys to spare. There's like part of me that's wondering if... Well, I don't know if I'd get it I don't know exactly whether or not I'd get it because it does cost money, but I found that there's this plugin for that some Twitch streamers I know will have where it's this thing called lurk bait fishing, where if someone's just watching a stream, they could type in a command or use some kind of channel point redeem to just like have this small display in the corner where they cast a line to catch a fish, and they end up catching something. Like it's a little mini version of the Animal Crossing fishing thing. I know Panda has it. Alright, here we go. Toon Mobile. Gonna need to hydrate yet again. Ugh. Okay, almost forgot to check here. Oh no! Why did I don't want to battle you. I should not have looked down to check something. Alright, there we are. Healed a little bit. I should probably get some extra jelly beans and get back on the trolley to get some. All right, let's see. Oh, we got this one. This one's going to be a little bit challenging, but I think if I aim correctly, I should be able to get a perfect score. No, it's already failing. It's already failing. Okay. I got half of the barrels, though. Oh, no, come on! Please. I can still get that one, though. Yeah. I could name, like, all these cogs. That's a money bags down there. Lone Shark over there. Cold Collar over there. Tightwad right there. Headhunter. Any other ones? Another money bags. Lone Shark. Cold Collar. Tightwad. Headhunter. Money bags. Lone Shark. Cold Collar. It's like the same order as well. And there we are. Oh, this one will definitely earn me quite a bit of jelly beans. Especially if I collect all the bananas. Okay, I messed that up. There, and then there, and then there. Oh, messed that up. There we are. Yeah. Hoping this gets me a lot. Oh, got me exactly 82. All right, now we continue. What we were looking for. Oh. We shall go to the Kaboomery. I don't know. I could take on another one right here. You know, if there's like a type of, if there's a cog type that is named, I could probably name every single cog from the original Toontown that is within that category, like Sellbot, Bossbot, Cashbot, or Lawbot. Yeah, so each one of those groups, I could probably name all of the original cogs in Toontown. Corporate Clash would take some learning when it comes to Lawbot and Boardbot, because those are like a lot more new. Perfect. Well, let's listen. Stay clear of me when I'm about to blast off some new fireworks, like right about now. Here's that outfit I promised to give you. Thanks for the explosive help. All right, got that taken care of. So now we just head to Pies Are Squared and Toon HQ. I can already feel myself losing my voice a little.
What do you think it might be? How I'm beginning to lose it is beyond me.
Oh, that's right. I could go here to spend some of the gumballs. So I get some unique outfits here. They got wingsuits. They have trolley engineer outfit. What do I want to give Snappy? Sleepwalker. Clown shirt. Let's see. Pie shirt. Retro shirt. Okay, I kind of like that. And what about for shorts? Friday Night Fever. Sure, why not? Let's see, what about for shoes? Oh, there's two polo shirts that I can get. And a flunky flannel. No more cheese. Whether you are lactose intolerant or just don't like cogs, this is the shirt for you. Battle jacket shirt? No way, I gotta get that. Oh, now I can't afford it anymore. But now... Oh, clothing. There we go. I can equip this. Let's see, would this combination work? I'm not so sure. There we go. He's, No, you know what? I'll go with the retro shorts. Now, do we have any hats? No, unfortunately not. I'd have to get more of the gumballs to get a hat. What's the goal of this game? There are a bunch of cogs that are wanting to get rid of all the whimsy in Toontown. And we gotta stop them with the whimsy that is some of the gags we have here. That's how we do damage to them. And there are even like some powerful cog bosses that you can take down with many other toons, almost like a raid boss. If you've ever played something like what's a good example? I was almost gonna name Destiny 2, but who even likes Destiny 2 in the year 2026? And I mean that in the sense of like, who tolerates that game? I don't even know how mechanically it is well received. Cogs, so basically the corporate version of a robot invasion. Exactly! That's exactly what it is. And you know the ironic thing about this, Steve, is the original version of this game, it was owned by Disney. And here they are, being the corporation. Let that sink in. Oh, pies are scored. There we go.
Absolutely splendid. Now, let me just do my thing. I gotta use the paperclip to pop it open here. Replace a spring here and a sprocket there. Pop in some new gears and voila. Good as new. All the functions work perfectly. The paper lift lifts, the total buttons, everything is wonderfully functional. Make sure to take better care of it in the future. It looked like you got a little frustrated with calculus homework. See you around.
Gamers after realizing, is this a game or was it Disney's plan for the future? They were giving us a head start. They were like so confident enough that they wanted to display their... It's like Disney was so confident enough that they wanted to display their plan to us. Because they thought that we, as people, would not be smart enough to go against it. And as a few people on the internet that'll have particular access to some of their movies will go, sometimes that doesn't always work in their favor. Just restock on some of the gags. Now, besides the throw and squirt gags, there are a lot more different kinds, like zap gags, which I think you can tell what those do. Tune up, which is basically healing. Trap gags, you can place a gag in front of one of those cogs. The lure makes them land on the trap. Sound affects more than one cog at a time. Drop is just makes something land on one of the cogs. It's very powerful, but the accuracy is very low. Could you do a possible impression? I kind of want to see. What's the impression you have in mind? Oh, I just realized I got a new gag point that I can spend. I think I will go with zap. And just go here. How many? $13.
Ow!
I doubt I could do Toad any justice. Momo, you care to one-up me there? That your mic cutting out did you so dirty right there. So all I heard was like I know Justin can do a pretty good Toad that one time when I was playing Book of Mario, the Paper Mario ROM hack, with several different translations. I don't know how good the Toad would be from the cartoon.
Hey, Bomb! Did anyone ever tell you you were ugly?
Oh, I just got another daily task, and that's to play golf? Merit Monday has concluded. Oh, that's right. I think the servers run on the East Coast. So what did he just use? Did he just use Market Crash as a weapon? Dang, this is Disney's plan. Yeah, Market Crash is one of the several attacks that Cogs can do. There's stuff like Mumbo Jumbo, Double Talk.
Are you trying to give me the double talk?
There's also Bounce Check. There's like several others that could appear. Oh, that's right. I gotta go to the bank, where unfortunately I gotta do the Macho Man voice again. Gotta hydrate first.
Oh yeah, thank you. This is gonna be so handy. It's a big job to help in handling the Switch, but it'll be much easier now. And who knows, maybe all this will allow for me to create new extra goodies for Toons. Thank you so much, Snappy. You can head on back to the Toon headquarters now. I've got lots of numbers to track. Good luck.
Oh, thank goodness that was the last one. So now I have 2 reasons to... What? By the way, thank you for the invite for Repo a few nights ago. You're welcome. And sorry the stuff kept crashing everyone's game. Don't worry, man. You weren't wasting the time. I don't think any of us knew how broken things were gonna be. It's not a game hosted by me if something doesn't break at least once. I've done modded repo before. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know either. Excellent. You're really winning me over. I gotta tell you, there's not many tunes that accomplish so much in that amount of time. So you solved the issue with the bank, but we still have another sector that's facing issues. One of the biggest issues we're dealing with is currently with our postal system. With tons of tunes coming from all around and the cogs invading, there have been tons of letters coming in and out of the mail. Postmaster Pete has reported to us that he's absolutely backed up with letters, almost to the point that he is swimming in them. I'm sending you over to show us what you got, to show us that you got what it takes. Don't let us down, Snappy. Then turn in this task, because there was a spare one. I remember guessing 13, but I imagine I was wrong. How many was it? Oh, I doubt it'd be good at guessing that. $33. So let me get this straight for the record. This game is Disney's future plan that got turned into a Mario Party RPG quest game. Well, it is some kind of MMORPG. Mario Party is one way of describing it. There are like mini games that can be played to earn jelly beans to buy the gags and such. There's like multiple things in one. Earning jelly beans through mini games, the cog battles being like RPG battles. What else is there? There's also golf, mini golf to be exact. It's just labeled golf. And racing, but the racing is pretty much just dollar store Mario Kart, like a lot of racing games out there, with the exception of Crash Team Racing franchise and Dr. Robotnik's Ring Racers. I was gonna say SRB2 Kart as well, but that was pretty much Mario Kart but better, in a lot of ways. Not just from the mods, but also from the fact that you could play it online without having to pay for a membership. Nintendo. Anyways. Where was I going? Oh yeah, Toon HQ. And also the post office. You know, I'm not sure I want the golfing task. I want to see if I can change that. If I go here, daily tasks, give me a different one. Okay, this one's a lot more simple. And the HQ is over here. Yeah, so interestingly, Steve, this was the original version of this game had a lot of Disney themes going on, but Corporate Clash is mostly its own thing with some gameplay tweaks, whereas Rewritten has some of the Disney stuff kept in, and most of the core gameplay is pretty much just a port of the original Toontown, kept alive, basically. So, like, Toontown Central, the icon for that in this game is an ice cream cone. But in the original, it showed the face of Mickey Mouse. And the racing area, that was originally Goofy Speedway. And the golfing area was Chippendales Golf. And then, like, after this area, there's a Barnacle Boatyard, which was originally Donald's Dock, as mentioned before. Let's see. I'll go with this one. And to the post office. Let's see, which one do I want to battle? Oh, this one. So now I can demonstrate the zap gag. Start off with the squirt gun. It requires the cog to be soaking wet. And then the zap gag can be used against them. As such, I'll be lurking. Gonna get back to fighting the undead with how unlucky I am. With how unlucky I am, it'll be something. Enjoy your lurk, Sneeve. There is a demonstration of the zap gag. Now it'll take a little while because I don't have the 2 times XP. Oh, that's right, I was heading to the post office. Oh, first, let's go up against this bottom feeder. Go with one of these to demonstrate the zap gag yet again. Oh, I thought that bag holder was gonna stay there, but I guess not. And we won that one. See if there's another level 2 cog that I could find somewhere to balance that out. Because I'm seeing mostly level 1, level 4, and level 3 so far. Oh, there's one. Okay, that was just Wordle reminding me. Did you miss out on that? Yeah, I tell you, just haven't had the best luck lately. I was at least glad to get, like, a 6. Rather than fail last time. I can't take it anymore. There are letters piled up to my muzzle. I take absolute pride in being the finest postmaster in Toontown, but at this rate, I don't know if I can keep it up. And that's concerning. I don't want my 5-star rating on Howl to drop. Oh, like Yelp. I had to think about that one for a second. Please, first I need better gloves before I begin to touch the massive pile of envelopes I have in the back. I'm concerned that my door will burst open, spewing letters everywhere at this rate, and paper cuts are a real concern. Could you please get me some paper cut proof gloves? Cold callers have some that'd be great for this. They're constantly freezing, so they wear gloves to offset that. They're also paper cut proof to prevent the cuts that come from handling a bursting Rolodex. If you could get a few pairs, that'd be amazing. Once the first pair wears out, I'll need to get more. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I don't see any cold callers yet. But I think that would be a good place to stop for now. And with that being said, that'll be the end of tonight's stream. Thank you to those that have joined whenever possible. Momo you can find at real_gothmime on you can find Momo at real_gothmime on Twitter and Twitch, and Gothmime on Blue Sky. And And I can be found on I can be found under the name JPS Freak on Twitch and YouTube, which I usually tend to stream at least twice a week at around 7 p.m. PST. But I'm seeing if I can experiment a little bit with the different times, because I may or may not be able to squeeze in a bit of a afternoon stream or morning stream on some days. For like the morning or the afternoon, I think Monday, Wednesday, and Friday would be more likely. And for any well, that goes for like the afternoon streams as well. But like at night, that could be like any of the days of the week. So that could be like on the weekend or the weekdays. You never know with the usual time. But for I might even also have a bit of a chill stream tomorrow with some Hexit 2 hardcore. Also, there will be on Wednesday night, there will be a Black Ops 2 multiplayer gun game stream going on with quite a few of the friends of mine. However, that instead of at the usual time, that'll be pushed back to 8 p.m. So if you don't happen to be a night owl and can't stay up at 8 p.m. PST, I apologize. But the VOD will always be up if you don't want to miss that entirely. And yeah, other than that, I also got a Twitter that I use and a Blue Sky that I use, and just recently started a TikTok that I'll upload shorts on. That's the only purpose of that. And also now have a throne, but I've kept that to only like one or two things. Cause I'd feel weird putting like materialistic things on that throne. And of course, if you're interested, there's also the link to the community server in the About section of Twitch. Other than that, is there anyone I know that I can raid? Or just reload this page. Oh wait, I didn't mean to open that. Well, I guess other than that, I'll see you all